Hello, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duel Links video. I'd just like to establish that, well, sometimes I do tend to assume that humans are assholes. I also know that most of the time they actually aren't. It's just, for some reason, I think that they are because I haven't had as much... Guys, I tend to be a pessimist. I like to be a realist, leaning toward pessimism, but I'm also known for thinking that humans aren't that great. Because I've been treated like shit a lot. I have been treated bad a lot. So I guess that contributes a lot to how I feel. But in any case, the people in power have the lowest emotional intelligence I have ever seen. Okay, so I bet Kaiba doesn't appreciate what I have in my hand. But that doesn't matter if I can't summon shit. And I can't. So it's his turn. Alright, well, this isn't much of a duel, and I can't expect shit if I don't do anything. Alright. It might be better, honestly, to go back to the locked decks. Or to try playing as someone else. You know, I could do that. I cannot summon anything. You know, this is driving me nuts. I just want to... Dude, I looked at the deck I had, and there are like 4 tribute monsters in it. 4. My other monsters, they're good. But I somehow drew 3, and that's it. Alright, well, that was a terrible duel. However, it did end officially, so nice. But, I mean, I know that wasn't a duel at all, man. It was one-sided because I bricked. And I think I understand why I bricked. So I'm going to start addressing that. I need to go into the event section. Oh, I got a knife. Interesting. I gave him a knife, so that's good. Alright, well, now let's address why I think that I had a bunch of bricks in my hand. First off, I probably don't need this. I mean, I've got the Blue Eyes White Dragon, so that's plenty, I believe. As far as the other cards in the selection, I believe I would do I think I need to, okay, what do I have? I don't have much Dark Magician support, so I don't really think I should put that card in my deck. Though I do want 1 Tributes in there, just in case. Okay. I do have the Red Eyes, but not much to really care about. Okay. Yeah, I've got the Red Eyes. I knew I had the Red Eyes, but I mean, not enough for a Blue Eyes. I mean, not enough for a deck. Okay, I see. I'm gonna put this card in my deck because I have it. And now I'm going to look for cards that don't require tributes. Okay. I'm just looking here at what is here. Okay. Okay, so this is the best I've got. That's good. I think this is better. Yes, I think this is better. Much better indeed. We're going to find out if that's true or bullshit. Though, after just one duel really doesn't say much. Here's another King of Games person. Interesting. And now, obviously, I am just in Legend, but I think that's definitely a lot better than I thought I would get. And in fact, I am in Legend too, and I thought I wasn't even going to. What? What the hell? Alright, fine. Interesting. This is kind of stupid. Yeah, I'm using what I've got, and honestly, I hope it's enough, but it may not be. I don't have Sphere Karibo, which is my fault. I could definitely obtain it, but I don't really know. I don't really have the gems for that. And I'm trying to get, I was trying to get a card from a selection box earlier. I want a different one though. No! Oh god. Okay, well, I draw it then. Okay, I see. That's the downside of that card. It goes to the top of the deck automatically. You don't get a choice. If you put it in the deck and it goes to the graveyard, too bad, it returns to the top of your deck. It's a double-edged sword. And you know what's funny about that? A lot of things, I'm very resistant to influence, which is a double-edged sword, because it can help me if, you know, in a terrible situation, but it can also be bad for other reasons. I mean, if someone's trying to help me, then being resistant to their help and their solutions is not very good for either one of us. Although I do try, it's just, well, I'm very unusual, if we're being honest here. But being unusual really doesn't change. Oh god, well. Alright, it's going back to the top of my deck. I should be careful when using that card. I see. You know, maybe I should reduce the amount of blue-eyed white dragons in my deck. That might help me. Just thinking about it. Seriously? Okay, I see. I see how that went, and it was terrible, but it is what it is. I have to accept it, because that is what happened. I gained nothing from acting like it didn't happen, so I'm just going to go to my event deck and change some things. I think that I shouldn't have more than 2 at the very least. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. I took out 1 blue eyes, but let me take a look at the cards that require tributes. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. Now there are 4 again. Let's hope that's okay. I don't know. I haven't bothered to. Yeah, after a lot of duels, I'm just like, I don't need 3 of these. I'm not even sure I need more than 2, but, you know, I mean, I'm not even sure I need any, to be honest. Maybe I just shouldn't have any in my deck. I've thought about that, but, you know, I like the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I do legitimately like the deck. It's just, I don't really want to be using what a lot of other people are using, because I don't know. I don't like using what a lot of other people are using, okay, but my argument has already fallen apart, so, like, no one's going to buy that. I mean, I think that Blue Eyes decks are just, I think they're still too common. And I don't really feel that great when I'm using one. Okay, well, my turn. We're going to see if this is better, because hopefully I will brick less. Less bricking means good things for me. Alright, I see. Well, my opponent will now begin his turn. Okay. I see. You can just take out... okay, sure. What does he have, though? He must have something to justify attacking that instead of this. I'm gonna... block attack. I'm going to block your attack. Okay, interesting. Interesting indeed. Alright, so that does what exactly? I forgot. Oh, I see. That sucks, doesn't it? Well, that card probably can be used. I assume he's saving it, maybe for a bigger attack. I'm not sure. Maybe he's also thinking about what he could draw. Okay. I'm attacking. Draining shield. That's a good reason to hold off on something. You've got a card and you want to make sure that you get some use out of it. Okay, well. The last video I made I really keep I keep dragging myself into holes. Like the most recent hole was just how I think that most of humanity is just assholes. Which is true, but also not exactly true. I think that, but that doesn't make it true. Okay. Anyway, again, that's because of personal experiences. It has nothing to do with reality in any way. Okay, well. This is probably overkill, but I get away with it because, well, his monster is powerful. It needed a lot of buffing in order for that to work. Okay, well, this card is also for whenever I am up against the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I can just attack it with this and destroy it because it'll gain 1000 attack during the damage step. It'll be great. Also, that was not great, but anyway. What's not great? My opponent switching my card to defense position. Alright, you are doing what with that? I'm not sure why you put that into attack position. But I will absolutely take advantage of the fact that you did. Alright, well, I attack. This was a fantastic duel, Mako, but I think we have to end it. Alright, great. Alright, well, that was fantastic, actually. I'm glad that I won that. I think this deck does work a bit better. Although, I think this is still a sample size of, what, one duel? Yeah, probably not the best time to make declarations like that, you know? Alright, I've got almost 150 points. I'm just kicking some ass over here, and I am enjoying this. I imagine some people are already done with this. I would have been done with this, but I was kind of busy. I wanted to try these while I could. I'm going to keep trying these while I can, because I can just level up DM characters, 5 times a day, and that's great. I am neglecting them. I'm not doing it out of mean-spirited. I'm not doing it to be mean or anything. It's mainly because, well, it was first, so last on my list of what worlds to max out. Anyway, have you looked at the amount of characters in DM Worlds? That looks rather intimidating compared to... Oh, this is the last world left with characters to max out. And now everything looks much more manageable. Okay. Sure. I know a lot about what you're planning. Okay, so that goes to the top of my deck. And my opponent summons that. And I'm just here having the time of my life. Or at least trying. My opponent, though, is... Oh, this is one-sided, dear lord. Okay, well, as one-sided as this is, I think it is for the best that I try to survive. Yes, that's right. I think it's for the best that I try to survive. We'll see how well I pull that off. Okay. I attack that card. I attack it. And my opponents do not have the support to destroy my set cards, which means I get to use them. Alright, now my opponent is going to attack me. Oh. Okay, he doesn't attack me. I'm not even sure if he can. Okay, this card is being attacked. You can target the attacking monster. Oh, that's why he isn't attacking with it. I see. He's planning to use that card against me. I see. Well, I know what you're planning, and it's not going to... Well, that sure worked. That worked fantastically. Oh dear. Alright, well, I think the duel is almost over. Almost over, but not yet. Draining shield. Alright, my turn. The duel is coming to an end, so, yeah. Unfortunately for me, this is just how things are. Alright, well. Why are the Paradox Brothers called the Paradox Brothers? 4Kids, can you answer this for me? No, they can't. They can't! DM was forever ago, so they really have no need. Also, it just sounds kind of entitled that I would like an explanation to begin with. I don't actually need one, to be honest. I'm not serious. I've just always wondered why they are called the Paradox Brothers. I know that there has to be a reason for it, and I might remember the reason if, you know, maybe I could look it up. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Well, that was interesting, I must admit. Definitely interesting, but not necessarily the best duel I've ever had. Let's try another one. I have a lot of plans today. What do I mean by a lot of plans? I don't really have a lot of plans. I feel like doing other things besides just playing this card game. That's kind of obvious. I don't always upload. I don't always upload it. I'm not always insane. Though sometimes I am, and everyone gets to know. Alright. And my opponent is using the default, I would assume. which is not a bad idea. I probably should as well, because that would be more interesting. I mean, making use of certain limitations is definitely a good thing. But knowing certain limitations aren't necessarily set in stone, well, if you've got some wiggle room, then I am using the wiggle room, for being honest. I don't have all of the Dark Magician cards, so there's no point in me actually deciding to have some of these cards. I could if I wanted to, I guess, but there's just no point. Alright. I summon this. And my opponent will just do whatever, I guess. I'm going to attack this card. He's using the default. Well, actually, does he have to be, though? Okay, well, he's using that, so possibly. But whenever I see certain cards that are just basic, I'm just like, well, of course someone has that card. I mean, everyone that was playing since launch has certain cards. A lot of people have most cards in the game. I guess if you started when the game was first released. I did play the game when it was first released, but I didn't get very far. I stopped playing because I ran out of storage space on my phone. And I thought that I was done dueling forever. And then at random I thought, it's a good idea to start a YouTube channel, and I'm just in my head thinking, but then I would join everyone else. I would join my favorite YouTubers and having to deal with YouTube's bullshit. Well, too bad for me. I am there for good, apparently. Okay, well. I think that I've wanted to be a YouTuber for a long time. I'm not even sure if I count as a YouTuber now, but I've got plenty of videos, so I guess by now I've at least established that I've got some commitment. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I've noticed that it seems to help me when I bulk upload. Should I bulk upload? Well, I don't know, because I mean, it could help, but in the long term, I'll eventually have to stop doing it, because I don't want to do it forever. I just think it's good right now, because I'm still building my channel. Probably the only reason it's good at all. But by the time my channel gets anywhere, I'm not sure where Duels will be. Will it be in the graveyard, shut down forever? Well, maybe, I'm not sure, but I do know that I've got plenty of video ideas that are not related to this game. I've got many ideas that I can milk just because I can relate things back to this franchise. And that is very convenient for me because that means a lot of things. Okay, my opponent is going to activate that and heads was selected, and I think it's too late for me to, oh god. My opponent lost the gamble. I was terrified. I thought that I would lose everything. But instead, he did. Which is kind of why Time Wizard is not always worth it. I mean, you look at Time Wizard and its effects and you're like, that might be worth it, you know, if I'm right. But really, you'd have to be a gambler to really use that card. So, Joey, how are your gambling skills lately? Are you enjoying them? Have you won big yet? Yeah, I'm sure he has. Okay, well, that was definitely interesting. My opponent surrendered, and if you surrender, you get no dice from me. Or maybe I should rethink that. Maybe that's too mean. Yeah, maybe that's a bit too mean. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think that I can be nicer. Although that was supposed to be the end of the video. Well, I could brick. That's not impossible, but I mean, seriously, I don't want to brick. Ever. Okay, well, I hit the play button again. I just click the duel button over and over, and it's like, okay, interesting decision. I like how you get to use cards you don't normally get to use because of this mode. The restrictions are very nice. You get to do things you normally wouldn't get away with doing. I like that. I'm hoping to see more of these legacy duels in the future, to be honest, because this event sounds nice. Very pleasant and very interesting. It lets you enjoy a time where the game was before all the worlds were added. It's like a look into the past. Eventually the other legacy duels will be locked to their series, so I guess it would restrict you to only cards that belong to that series. So I can't use a card if it's not, if it's whatever, I just like the thought of, well, you know, all sorts of things, really. Oh god, this is bad. So bad and so terrible. Well, wait a minute. Did I really have to do that? I did not. I could tribute summon. I chose not to. To be fair, maybe that's a good thing. Okay, well the answer to that is... Okay. I deserved that, to be honest. I will fully admit to this. Alright, it's my turn. You know, maybe brain control would be better now that I can actually get away with... Yeah, there are less things in my way when it comes to that. Okay. I should put it in my deck then. I've got it. You guys know I've got it. I've shown that off, though it's quite frankly not used in the best of situations, but still. The Dark Magician is dead! Unless my opponent activates... Okay, there's no hand trap, but, you know, he could have had one. Okay, he brought it back. I see. I wonder if he's using the I wonder how varied this is compared to the default, because I don't think he's using the locked cards. I don't think he's... Yeah, that doesn't look locked to me. Oh. What are you summoning? Another one. I kind of suspected that. Well, what does it do? Okay, have the attack of one monster. If you do, add that lost attack to the other monster. What am I supposed to do in response to this? There isn't a lot I can do because I've lost. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Yeah. I think it's better to just say that I've lost and move on. I don't have any way of overpowering those guards, to be honest, but I have to take that because I saw no way out of this. Alright, that was a nice duel, but I actually did not plan for this, but, you know, I have sent in ice because I am trying to be better than my opinions. Alright, well, I think it's very interesting that in one sitting I've got nearly 200 points. Well, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. In the next video, I will continue doing these. I might just, you know, I'm really going to have to take a break from doing these at some point because I don't have to do this in one day. That doesn't really make much sense, but okay, sure.